The city of Minneapolis and move now into a day in which there will be one human story after the other that will tell the tale of really what happened at that one horrible moment. It's appropriate now that we're surrounded by tremendous support in this city, and we're deeply, deeply grateful for the fact that we have our congressional leaders and our Congressman Ellison, our senators, Senator Klobuchar and Senator Coleman, obviously our governor who's been here throughout this. About an hour ago, the president called to express his sympathies and to talk about his strong desire to move forward with replacing what he appropriately categorized as the most important transportation link into the city. We're also deeply gratified that Secretary Peters, who you'll be hearing from in a moment, is also here. And I think that's a very, very strong show of support by the federal government to the city of Minneapolis and to the state of Minnesota as we look forward to moving ahead with the recovery. There are a series of tactical issues that we'll be talking through, and I'll be introducing people as we go through that, how we're dealing with recovery, how we're looking at the issue of the bridge, and how it's rebuilt, how we're looking at the issue of what happened and why. But I also call on people to remember that this is something that will not be about one news cycle or a couple of days. It is really about families who are now only beginning to understand the depth of what it means to have a loved one who is no longer here, or to have a loved one whose whereabouts you don't know about. And so it is important for us all to have contained compassion and sustained compassion that will stick with us for a long period of time that it will need for this community to heal. As we've talked this morning, we've began with a meeting in my office at City Hall, and then we moved to the site where we were able to see the scene. I think going back onto the scene this morning, after having been there last night, reminds you that these are horrible images, but within each of those images is a story. That car you see tangled in the wreckage is someone's cousin or brother or husband. And one story after the other unfolds as you look at that. And I think we have to remember that there are some tremendous stories that we'll be hearing. Thank God this wasn't worse. And thank also the incredible team of people who responded to this disaster. I became mayor shortly after 9/11 and was plunged immediately into the emergency preparedness business. I was so gratified that there was